Good afternoon. It is Saturday, August 7th, about 3:45 p.m. And we got a 7210 John Deere tractor and the H7450 New Holland disc mine. We are putting the sorghum sudan on the ground. I wanted to show you guys this. I got to turn around here. So I'll show you this when we get turned around. But yeah, we'll try and do a better job of what I've been doing. I know I'm not the best filmmaker in the world, so definitely not a good director, let alone a producer. Not even an actor. Oh, I'm terrible. Alright. So you can see down here there's that light green strip and then this darker. Fertilizer guys didn't have fertilizer in their boom when they started. So that's how much you can increase by putting nitrogen and sulfur on, liquid. So we'll see what the windrows look like here in a minute. But oh, we had to talk about it. No big deal. It happens. So we can make her work. It's not the end of the world. Hang on. Give me a second here. Alright. Let's try this. There we go. But this field I just started on a little bit ago. There's 43 acres in this field. Hopefully we can get them all cut today. I don't know. It's going to be kind of pushing it. But we're going to try. So we're running along at a decent clip at about 6.5 miles an hour. Hang on. Got to cross a terrace there. There we go. And we're going to turn around again. These are the shortest rows. Well, not the shortest. These are short rows right here, but we get over a little ways, we'll have some 1/4 mile long rows to help. But, here we go. So this is another issue we had with this field when we planted it. Sorry. As you can probably tell, there's really tall stuff here that's heading out, and then there's short stuff down here. What happened was this field I planted rye and triticale last fall after corn harvest. This field was corn. And I put that in and we grazed it off this spring during calving season. So it was a little dry and the emergence wasn't even. Some of it didn't come up until we got a rain. In the middle to the end of June. So it was planted, I believe, June 3rd originally, so most of it didn't come up until like the 20th of June. So normally my ideal goal would have been to have her planted May 15th and have the first cutting off of it by July 15th. So we're behind. Partially because we planted it 2 weeks late and it took it 2 weeks to come up. So that's where we're at there. There's some thin spots. I'm not exactly sure what happened. If we had some open seed trenches and the herbicide got to it or what for sure there. But for the most part, we're going to have good hay. Sorry. Terrible videoing. It's going to be pretty high quality. I mean, it's pretty well not headed out. And most of it hasn't even elongated the stem yet, you know. So we got a lot of leaf material we're putting on the ground, which will make good high quality feed. So it'll make up for not having as much tonnage, I hope. But, this variety is a BMR, which means it's a brown midrib. Which a brown midrib is a marker trait, and it's more digestible. It has less lignin in the plant. It's basically a cow can use 15% more of the dry matter they're eating than they can in the non-BMR. And this one is a brachytic dwarf, which I planted a year ago. I really like it. I planted it thick, at 35 pounds an acre, and that is not a cheap weight, or not a cheap thing to do. But we've got really fine, small stems, and the brachytic dwarf doesn't necessarily mean it's a shorter plant. I mean, you can see them talls out there. They're 7 foot tall, so I mean, it'll get the height to it. But it has a shortened internode. So, on a grass plant, leaves grow out of the nodes of the plant. So a shortened internode means it has more leaves, which makes it a higher quality product. So, I'm going to be lazy. We're going to stop. What the heck? We can get out and look at it. What the heck? Look at this. We got a few minutes. Ooh, she's a warm one. She's a warm one. So, now we're rolling. There's some big stalks here. For the most part, see over here where it's thick. See, I mean, I'm 6'4", so I mean there's still a lot of material here. But right here on this plant, you can see how that midrib of that leaf is brown. So that's what a BMR or brown midrib is. But down in here, see here how our stalks are fairly fine. Again, since it was dry, I didn't quite get the emergence and the stand I wanted. But it's not the end of the world. So, and let's go out here on the outside. It'd be easy to show you. But I wish I had some regular, but this will work. See how close together them leaves are? You know, versus, oh, I wish I had something that wasn't that. You know, and these over here, here's a stalk. We can clear it out. Ouch. This plant is elongating, and see how it's putting all this stalk material in it, how far apart the leaves are. So that's why I actually want to cut it. It's not super tall. I mean, 3 to 4 foot, most of it. We are probably got our crimpers set pretty aggressive, but you have to get these stalks split open like this, you know, to dry. There's a lot of juice in that plant. But the leaves, we're getting a few of them kind of damaged up. They're pretty well all on the plant because that's important. We don't want them coming off, but see, that's a pretty good sized stalk, but it's broke up. So that's our goal though. Things look pretty good. I'm sorry if that messed you up. I looked down and my timer was upside down. I'm sorry. We're going to keep making some back and forth. Man, that thing takes horsepower. But the old sickle machine, this is crawling along about the speed of smell. This thing we can run along a pretty good clip and we can cut hay. So, I've got to work over this terrace here. Lift it up a little bit so she don't get in the dirt. There we go. And away we go. That's she's pulling pretty hard. I am. I've got all I want back there. There we go. This machine, I am tickled with it. I have not had 1 ounce of issue. And we haven't done a lot with it, but we put, you know, this will make 400 acres on the ground to get this cane cut. So, and we still got 40, 100, and 160, and 100. We've probably got another 300 acres to cut yet this year. So, been very happy with this machine. I do wish sometimes I had a 16-foot like an alfalfa, but right now I don't have enough tractors. If we had a 16-foot right now, I couldn't pull it. I'm pretty sure of that. This tractor works pretty hard. It'll make her drink some fuel if you push it, and it'll run the temperature gauge right up there. So, but I'm happy with this machine. I would recommend one. It's starting to get dry. Of course, the brome grass is past maturity. It's going the other way. We have been pretty blessed. This farm down here is the driest farm I have had this year. Last year it was the wettest. So that just shows how things go once in a while. So I mean, we got over here. This field's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to be happy with what we end up with tonnage for bales. That new Vermeer baler, we're kind of getting it dialed in a little bit yet. We weighed the bales. We need to probably increase our density a little bit, make the bales another inch or two taller to get the weights where I want them to be. Of course, that John Deere, I had that part of it dialed in, but we couldn't keep it running. So enough of that. I'm going to get off of that one. So anyway, back to the weather. We've had pretty good crops. There's dryland corn that's over there on the other side of that grass. Hard to see. I've got 65 acres of dryland corn on this farm, and what I looked the other day, it's probably, sorry, here's that terrace again. Going to be, it looks like it'll make over 150, which 150 bushel dryland corn down here is pretty good. Usually it is also getting to be kind of what I'm expecting it to make or shooting for. I've got some grain sorghum on a couple other farms down here. One's, let me get turned around here, I'm sorry. Oh, that beautiful forage. So, but